Hey everyone, the name is Kris. Welcome to Gear Corner. Today we're doing something really cool. First of all, we're checking out the Warm Audio Centavo new version. It's the limited silver edition, which should be the same inside. At least that's what I've been told, but I looked into my approximately 2 years old gold Centavo and into the new silver one, and I've seen some differences, so we'll definitely talk about that. But first, let's hear the Centavo in a track. The guys at Warm Audio contacted me and told that there's going to be a new limited silver edition of the Centavo if I want to do anything. And I was like, yeah, I kind of made a video already, so I don't feel like I want to repeat myself. But then I asked, like, hey, can we do a giveaway? And they immediately said, yeah, cool idea, let's do it. That's already a good enough reason to make this video. But then the pedal arrived, I opened it up, and I opened up my old one, like 2 years old, the gold original Centavo, and I've seen some differences in there, which kind of surprised me. But then I've seen something on the PCB that kind of explained it. So the silver Centavo is the same thing as current gold Centavos, or the black one. There's a black limited edition as well. So those will have the same circuitry, but my 2-year-old one is a little different. I'll show you some close-ups, but first let's hear a couple of settings on the silver Centavo. I'm using the tele first and going into the Rev Dynamics D40 on a clean channel, going into the aux for a 2x12 Alnico speaker-loaded simulation. Right now I have the gain at 12 o'clock, which is a very, well, traditional and reasonable setting on a clone style pedal, because you already have some clipping. The clipping side of the circuit is definitely way in there. You can hear that mid-hump, you can hear that characteristic sort of sweet drive. Now 12 o'clock gain setting is something that a lot of clone users love, because you still have quite a bit of clean signal coming through, but unlike a tube screamer, it doesn't sound like the clipping is like a layer on top of your clean sound. It melts together. You have that fullness of the clean side of the signal, and you have that mid-humpy, creamy drive of the clipping side of the signal. It's a nice 50-50 mix, really. The gain is cranked quite a bit. It's at 3 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 3 o'clock. And with the bridge pickup, it sounds like this if I dig in. And if I go over to the neck pickup and just pick really softly, it's clean, which is amazing. That's the giveaway. That's how I know I will like that kind of clone style circuit if it does that. Let's take a look inside the pedals and see what's up. Well, the first thing when I opened them was obvious that the PCB is a little different. Now, it doesn't really matter because there are multiple ways of doing the layouts, and it still can just be the same thing essentially, or sound exactly the same. But I've seen that there are some different parts inside as well. I've seen, first of all, the three I think those are silicon transistors. All I can tell is that those look like 3 silicon transistors, which I was really looking for in my older one, the gold Centavo, and I couldn't find those. So I don't know if they're just on the other side of the PCB and you just cannot see them, or if they are just not a part of that circuit. So certain things changed for sure. And if you take a look at the bottom edge of the PCB, my gold Centavo says version 1, and the new one, the silver limited one, says version 2. So no surprises there. The current version is just version 2, regardless of the enclosure, color, etc., or the finish. Now, does that translate to any difference in terms of tone? If there's any difference, then it's more of a feel thing, and that's hard to judge unless you have that impression repeatedly over a longer period of time. After just a few minutes of testing, or a few seconds really, I wouldn't trust my gut feel enough to say that there is a difference. But it kind of feels like the version 2, the current version of Centavos, regardless of the finish, has a little more headroom, has an even more sort of dynamic or open or airy sort of feel. Might be just, placebo. I don't know. But the old version and the new version, even if there are changes in terms of parts inside, they are both amazing and at least 95% identical in terms of tone, for sure. All right, see you in the comments below. You guys take it easy and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.